indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Thank you all. Appreciate that. We are behind on our discipline motion, so we are not prepared to vote on those. And as a result, we're going to have to go back into closed session and deliberate on the discipline motion. So we're going to amend the agenda to, after the meeting, to go back into closed session for discipline. Whatever the discussions that we were going to have in closed session that we didn't get done, personnel, legal, and whatever it's going to be. So only closed session items at the end. We will come back or go back to open session only for the purpose of voting on the discipline motion. Okay, so that's it. And hopefully it's before 10 o'clock. So the motion will be to amend the consent, the agenda to include an item at the end where we go back into closed session, and then to approve the consent agenda as presented. So may I have a motion or a second for that?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Either way, we have both. Roll call vote, please.
Elder Park,
Yes.
Mrs. Corbin,
Yes.
Ms. Payne,
Yes.
Pastor Miller,
Yes.
Dr. Ashton.
Yes, motion passes 5-0. Thank you very much. That should bring us to public comments. That's not mine. Mine's not charged.
You doing the consent, you doing amending the agenda and then doing the consent at one time? Or you gonna do the consent agenda? You just gonna do it at that one moment?
We did it all together. Yeah.
That's fine.
On what?
Okay, you can come up with me.
Oh, I put mine over there.
It's like nobody took an order.
Yeah, we didn't know we had to do something else. So.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry.
I know that nobody
Sorry.
took an order, so. Okay. Hello again. My name is Anna Kelly. I work at the high school. I work in special ed. They say third time is the charm. So obviously, this has come after 2 failed attempts to previously make a change while speaking here at board meetings. This is my 3rd month in a row speaking before you, and I'm hoping that this month might bring change in our sick bank policy for the district employees. This past December 6th, I applied for my 4th time for sick bank leave. I anticipated an answer within 5 working days per our contract from the committee. I received no such answer by December 13th, which I told you last month when I was here. And instead, I received an email asking for more information on December 19th, asking, and I quote, "Is this surgery life-threatening surgery that needs to happen now, or is it a reconstructive surgery that could be scheduled for a later date?" I replied the following day with a response from my doctor. He stated, and I quote, "All the dates, office visits, and surgeries have been medically necessary and pertinent to my recovery," or her recovery. He then goes on to state that Anna's surgery is medically necessary due to contracture of her left breast. The constriction will progressively cause more pain over time, and it increases the risk of an implant rupture. These surgeries are necessary at the time of operation, and they cannot be continually postponed due to chronic pain and arising changes in my medical needs. End quote. Honestly, I provided all of my appointments, surgeries, and all other procedures printed directly from my patient portal, so I haven't amended any of those documents. I've also since then seen an ENT because I couldn't have my surgery last month, which I believe I stated, and I was scheduled for a CT scan, and now I'll be scheduled for a throat surgery. My throat is being constricted due to scar tissue, which is caused from repeated trips to the operating room for my cancer diagnosis. My breathing is more labored. I cough a lot more because of mucus, and I'm currently unable to be intubated because my throat is closing. A throat constricting due to scar tissue, also known as esophageal stricture, is considered life-threatening and severe in cases. It can lead to potential complications like aspirations and pneumonia. I had pneumonia over Thanksgiving break. It took 2 weeks for me to recover. I had to see 3 different rounds of antibiotics and steroids, and my health journey continues to be catastrophic for my life. All of you received a memorandum of agreement between Danville District 118 and the Danville Education Association, i.e. ANEA, dated 12/4/24 from the union president, Alan Rivers. He stated in that email that the sick bank MOA has been given to the administration on 2 different occasions. Once at the labor management meeting in September of 2024, and again, Mr. Rivers emailed this MOA to Dr. Geddes on 12/6/2024, asking her to put it in the board agenda to be voted on. The adjustments to this agreement strike out the word catastrophic, and they replace it with the word severe. They strike out the life-threatening description, and they change the amount of days allowed to be donated from 20 to 30, and the amount of days an employee can collect in a sick bank over their career here in the district from 40 to 60 days. I ask the board that you consider taking action on this memorandum. I have had 12 surgeries. I'm facing 3 more surgeries now. Threats to my airway, chronic pain, but all of this apparently has not been enough to qualify, according to this district and this committee. I have been left standing alone. My sick bank is depleted. Anytime I miss work because I'm sick, I now don't get paid. I received no response from the sick bank committee the following week after break. I received my latest denial on Monday, the evening of January 13th, 15 working days after my original request was submitted, 10 working days after I was supposed to receive an answer per our contract. Research shows that when prioritizing employees' well-beings with wellness programs, supportive leadership, and positive work climates, there's proportionately a higher staff retention rate, increased and improved productivity, and more positive environment for the students to learn. Our mission statement in this district is to encourage our students to learn and to promote their learning and make sure that's a safe environment. The staff being supported ultimately benefits the entire school, the students, and the community. Specific needs of staffs are often attempted to be met with employee care programs, which include mental health support, physical health initiatives, balancing schedules, expectations of work-life ratios, professional development opportunities, and open communication. Challenges are often faced by staff requiring employee care initiatives and former policies to need adjustment and update with the time. The sick bank leave program allows employees to borrow sick days donated from each other. The purpose of this sick bank is that somebody else can help when needs arise. In our district, the way the current sick bank policy is worded, it seems to make it nearly impossible for anybody to be approved for help. Please consider the MOA and the changes aforementioned tonight. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your comments. That brings us to item number 6, insurance presentation.
I would like to speak if I can. Is it okay? Yeah, go ahead. There's no order, no calling or anything, so. Well, hello again. My name is Mike Anderson. I'm here to support Anna Kelly and all the other district employees who are in this situation now or maybe in the future. It's the same thing. I was the 3rd time here, and last time I think we reached you guys. I heard again and again, we hear you. We hear you. We understand. We are sorry. We wish we could do something. What can you do? Oh, just do something about the MOA, review it, discuss it, explain why you don't want to change it. If there's a valid reason the district does not want to make this change, please let us know. Let others know. Otherwise, all it looks like is you guys are just denying making the district better for its employees. So please, do something. Either vote on it, don't vote on it, talk about it, discuss it, evaluate it, send your opinion out to others, hire a consultant to review it. There's so many options you can do to take this policy that obviously is useless and make it better. You've all seen it. You've got the email. All you gotta do is vote on it. It's that easy. So if you hear us, if you hear all we've been saying, but you do nothing about it, you are the reason that this fails. You have the power to make the change, but if you don't make the change, you are okay with the way things are. So you can't hear and be sympathetic, but not make a change. So I implore you, please, take the time, throw it on next week's agenda, make the change. Everybody is for it. Nobody has said why it's a bad policy. So either let us know why it's a bad policy or make the change. Thank you.
Any other comments before I go on? Don't want to miss anybody. Okay, go. Good evening. Always good to see you.
Always good to see you.
Actually, it's true. Thanks. One?
Yeah, just wonder. I got a bunch.
You have extra.
I got extra. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, okay.
Good evening, board. Mr. Hart. Ms. Robinson. I'm Alan Rivers. I'm the Danville Education Association president. I'd like to take time to talk to you about the district health insurance. Since I became DEA president in May of 2022, I, along with Ms. Rankin, chair the DEA Health Insurance Committee. The committee on the DEA side is made up of myself and 3 DEA members. On the admin side, it consists of Ms. Rankin and 3 admin members, additional admin members. During this time, we've tried to provide the district employees with the best health insurance coverage and benefits and the best individual family premiums possible. We do this to try to recruit and retain staff. It has been very hard to do the nationwide rising insurance costs and claims from the employees exceeding 110% in utilization of the plan in some years. The committee, via our broker, received quotes from our current health carrier and others. Usually due to high utilization, we only usually receive 1 additional quote, and it is always extremely higher than what our current carrier gives. This year, we had our original renewal quote from Blue Cross Blue Shield of 43%, which is $4.3 million. Through negotiating down by our broker and changing plan structure and decreasing benefits, we were able to get it down to $2.3 million. Now I'd like to give you some examples of what we had to do over the years to try to keep our renewals down. Every year we have increased individual and family premiums along with decrease in benefits to keep our health insurance renewal low and keep the utilization of the DEA insurance fund down. With this renewal, we also implemented a $300 spousal surcharge and developed additional insurance plans. With a spousal surcharge, we estimate, it's an estimation of around saving $600,000 to the fund. The current standard plan last year, the gold plan, which was the current standard plan last year, increased individual contributions from $100 to $225 a month. That's a 125% increase. On there where it says EE plus 1, EE stands for individual, and then plus 1 is the dependent. EE plus 1 went from $556 to $973 a month. EE plus 2 went from $585 to $1,023, and employee plus 3 dependents or more went from $613 to $1,073 a month. All are 75% increases. The gold plan's deductible also went from $500 to $1,000 for individuals and $1,500 to $3,000 for families. Our silver plan increased individual contributions to 50% more from what was paid in 2024 by the standard plan. All levels of family coverage increased by 25% in the silver plan. The silver plan deductible also increased from $500 of last year's standard plan to now $2,500 for individuals and $1,500 in the standard plan last year to $7,500 for families. The bronze plan showed a 40% decrease for individuals and a 10% decrease in family premiums. but the deductible is now $6,000 for individuals and $12,000 for families.
What was the deductible before? You know?
We didn't have a bronze plan before.
Okay.
So
okay.
we've
So-
added
so
gold,
the-
silver, and bronze. It's
Got
our
it.
3 new plans. But yeah, so in the bronze plan, which it's cheap, it's I think it's $60 per individual. But the first $6,000 that's spent, they're paying right out of their pocket before anything else takes over. With these increases in premiums and deductibles in both the gold, silver plans and the extreme increase in the bronze plan's deductible, we need help from you for individual and family premium relief in the total of $1,044,456. This would provide 6 months of what's referred to as premium holidays, which means this money would cover individual and family premiums every other month to reduce the financial hardship this year's renewal has caused staff. This also helps with employee recruitment and retention. Please note the numbers I've represented here are DEA members and their family premiums. There are 473 members that currently have district health coverage, which are DEA members. Do you have any questions?
Yes. So if we were to help with that $1 million, what would that mean for the employees? What would it take? Would it lower their premiums?
So what it would do is, if you gave us, and that's just for DEA. Now, you got to remember, everybody else has the same insurance if you took the district insurance, food service. But this $1,044,000 would only cover relief for DEA members. And what it would do is it would reduce their individual and family contribution by 50% for the year. Whether you wanted to do it in holiday relief where they just pay every other month, or you just reduce what they pay down to 50% less every month for 12 months.
And
Keep
this
in
is-
mind, this also does nothing for the fund. This is just to give relief to members.
For 473 members.
For 473 DEA members.
How many do we have on the insurance plan altogether in the district?
I only used, since I'm the DEA president, I only use DEA numbers, but I would assume it would cover I would assume you would cover everybody if you decided to do this for the DEA. And I can't give you that number, what it would cover, non-certs, family premiums for admin, flat salaried, food service, and custodian. I can get you those numbers though if you'd like.
Obviously we're gonna look at that number.
And they've already had one deduction, correct? At least one deduction for this year at these rates,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we've had one pay so far. Yes,
So this would be going forward.
This
Not,
would-
we
you'd
wouldn't-
still. I mean, we'd still do the 6 months. It's just however, or the 6 months worth of premiums. It's however you want to split it up. Correct. So, like, if say you decided to do this, agreed to this in January, then say February there would be no payments. March there would be payments. April there would be no payments, and so on and so forth.
What about the next year? Would you have to come back again and
It's
ask for
really-
maybe less?
One of the hardest things with this is renewal across the board. Everywhere is high. But what makes it hard in our district is we're utilizing the plan at over 110%, which means we have a lot of sick folks. Where insurance carriers, so they don't really have to raise a lot on a person or a plan, they like to utilize the plan at about 70 to 80%. We're going over 100%. We've been high for a few years. And it just, obviously they're in the business to make money too, and I understand that, but I mean, it's just, luckily we were able to get it from 4.3 million to 2.3 million, or I'd hate to see what the numbers would be.
Right.
But like I said, we're doing things hopefully with the spousal surcharge. We will see somewhere, hopefully in the $600,000 savings range. But it just depends how much we utilize the plan this year. The healthier we stay or can become, the better off we are.
So, this is a one-time relief package,
Correct.
okay, for, help the sting of dramatic increases go on. You said this is across the board. I mean, that's a huge percentage, and obviously we see the same thing. But is it just peculiar to us, or like you said, other people are experiencing this, but
I think
ours is probably higher than.
Well, ours is higher because of our utilization, but there's another school district in the Big 12 that probably I would say have a similar utilization.
Yeah.
Theirs was $6 million. Theirs was a 60% increase.
Okay.
And with us, since we utilize it so high, we can only get quotes usually from one other carrier, and those carriers are super high. Those quotes are super high. Nowhere close to what we get from Blue Cross.
Okay, and there's questions for the crowd. Their forecast for the future is, expect these kinds of increases, or they give you any clue for the? I mean, because someone has to have a strategic 5-year plan. And when you look at these things, they go, well, what are we going to do for the next 3 years?
Well, one thing by us instituting 3 plans, so last year we had a standard plan and we have what's called the platinum plan. There's only 4 people on that plan. None of them are DEA members. But what we did was we took a gold plan, which we took basically the standard plan last year, moved it over and called it the gold plan.
Yeah.
But then raised rates as high as I said we did for premiums. Then we made a silver plan, which you pay a little less for that plan, and it's a little cheaper for us with Blue Cross, and then you pay for the bronze plan. So by people separating into multiple plans, that does help us save money. But if you look at benefits, we've decreased those too. But we're getting to the point to where we can't keep decreasing benefits and raise premiums as high as we do every time, or it's just going to be. Our insurance is good insurance still. Our premiums obviously are high. But it's a big thing here in District 118 to have good insurance, especially with the staff shortages that we see. With these numbers, though, we're getting real close to comparable to the counties and other schools in the Big 12. And that's what we don't want to do. We want to have good insurance to recruit new teachers and keep the ones we got. And non-certified staff also. Food service, custodians.
We want to be the most attractive in every department. Thank you
Yes.
very much. Okay. So, any other questions? Okay. So, informative. Thank you. Obviously we'll have this discussion. We had this discussion now, but we'll have to go over this and decide what we're going to do and talk. I know you. That's right. Good luck. Remember, this is the no month.
And it's raining.
Yeah, but we're already at the 15th, so you have to wait 2 more weeks and we should be fine. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Andy, thanks for the good news. Okay, item number 7. Oh, this should be a piece of cake.
It should be.
What do you want?
Money.
No. Yes.
Okay. Good evening, board. John Hart, Assistant Superintendent, and I'm here tonight for the first reading of the 8th grade step up ceremony. So the date for that is being proposed as May 27th at 1:30 in the afternoon at Danville High School. The students will be bused to Danville High School for that ceremony. Again, this is, I think, the 3rd or 4th year that we've been holding the ceremony that way, not having necessarily a graduation, because we want that graduation to be at the end of 12th grade. So again, this is the first reading. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them for you.
That's item number 8 instead of item number 7. So that's
It
okay.
is?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's okay because
We can
I'll just
handle
say
this.
it's item 8, number 8. But now we'll do the request to, any questions on the step up ceremony? Seeing none? Okay, item
Thank
7.
you.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm just taking over.
Request to change the regular board meeting from, to change the 19th meeting to the 12th of 2025. Has anyone? I guess
The
I've.
19th is spring break.
I
So
fig-
when the
So we.
original, you know, how we amend often.
So we'll do it the week before spring break. Okay. So everyone follow that. It's so we don't have.
What's the date again?
The 12th.
Yeah.
March.
March. Yeah. For March. So we're going to have the meeting on March 12th. If we agree to this, the motion would be to, if you so move, to take the meeting from the 19th, which is during spring break, and move it just 1 week up to the 12th. Would someone like to make that motion?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Mrs. Corley,
Yes.
Elder Park,
Yes.
Pastor Miller,
Yes.
Ms. Banks,
Yes.
Dr. Ashton.
Yes, motion passes 5-0. And now we'll go to 9. Graduation rate. Hello, Mr. Brett.
Good evening, board.
Date, not rate. Gee.
Jacob Brett, Stanville High School principal, here to just approval or just first reading? First reading. The Danville High School class of 2025 graduation, with the primary date being Saturday, May 24th, 11 a.m. at Danville High School Ned Weitzel Field. Backup date being if rain, as we got to experience that last year, being Sunday, May 25th at 2 p.m. at the David Palmer Arena. The date is available. They are holding it for us and are in the process of getting Mr. Greg Wager's contract in writing of what it would cost to hold the date, how soon we would need to release it in order for them to try to rent it out on that date, and then, of course, what it would cost if they're not able to, and then what the scenario would be if they're able to rent it if we relinquish the date back to the Palmer Arena.
Okay. All right. Any questions, comments, guys?
Comment. Why Memorial Day weekend? Have we always done that and I just don't realize it? Yes. Very good. Very good.
As far as I can remember. Part of my grilling activity. Fit a graduation in there. Okay, thank you. That
Me again.
I'm getting, okay. Number 10.
So I'm here for first reading on a new proposed science course at Danville High School. To give you a little bit of context, when we reconvened our graduation requirements committee to reinstate more rigorous requirements from the relaxed requirements we were under from the pandemic, we realized that the Illinois state requirements for science had changed. So they no longer required specifically 1 year of life science and 1 year of physical science. It simply states 2 years of laboratory science. So we saw that as an opportunity to build in a little bit more choice for students when it comes to their science courses, while also making sure we are adequately preparing them with the scientific skills needed to be successful in our science courses. So we are proposing a new required freshman course called Foundations in Scientific Processes. You can read there in the course description. That is a very heavy skill-based course. But then after taking this course as a freshman, we will still retain all of our current science offerings, and it will be an a la carte style option for students. They will get to choose whatever science course they want. They will need to choose at least 1 year of science after this course to meet the state minimum requirements. So right now our students are very locked in their science progression. They take biology as a freshman, they take chemistry as a sophomore. There's no wiggle room in that, and that does meet the 2 years of requirements they need to graduate per the state. But then in terms of they want to take something else, like they're having to give up taking another course to take more science. So we're trying to build in more choice while making sure we're adequately preparing them for the enhanced choice that they have. Also, we would offer this course for high school credit at 8th grade at Northridge. Currently, 8th graders can take biology, which is the standard freshman course. This would replace that as it's the 8th grade option for students who are taking a high school science course or high school credit in 8th grade. Can I answer any questions?
So it's prereq for the other
Yes.
ones.
So this would be the prerequisite to take any other science course in the building.
Mhm.
After you take this, I could pick a year of biology, I could pick a year of chemistry, a year of human anatomy. I could piece together a year with a semester of either conceptual physics, zoology, botany. I could go the AP route with biology, environmental science, and chemistry, depending on obviously what we're able to offer through staffing. But yes, we're trying to add flexibility for students in how they meet the 2 years of science they need to graduate from Danville High School. That also matches the state requirement based on the changes the state made that we discovered when we reconvened the committee to bring the new requirements to you that I brought last year.
If someone transferred in from somewhere else and didn't have that, though, do we just like work with their schedule to be able to like maybe accommodate it, or what would you know, have any idea what we would do?
That's a good question. So if they're coming as a freshman, like from another
They're
school,
coming in as sophomore because they
we would honor. I feel we would honor the credits they're coming in with and probably allow them to make the choice of what other science course they want to come with, because you would have to still operate on the assumption that they took a foundational freshman science course where they were, and have to work off the assumption that they're adequately prepared.
Yeah, I was gonna say they probably assimilated enough of the scientific method just by taking the first year of science anyway.
What are the qualifications for an 8th grader to take freshman biology?
That's a good question. Mr. Gorley would be great for that one.
It's usually advanced instead of taking 8th grade science. Then kids that have performed well would be recommended, and it's usually a teacher recommendation.
We would like to see more of them taking in 8th grade, but yes, 8th graders can currently can take biology and algebra for high school credit at Northridge.
Okay.
Yes, more the merrier. More science is better. Okay, all right. Dexter's Laboratory. Any other questions, folks? No? All right. Item 11.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Board. My name is Kimberly Papps. I'm the Director of Human Resources. And tonight, I bring to you a recommendation on an agreement between the Danville School District and our Danville Education Association. It is 2 parts in this one MOA, and it's regarding 2 bargaining unit positions. And again, this is an agreement between both the District 118 and, did I skip
No, go.
skip?
You go.
Okay, and the DEA. The first one is a signing agreement that will allow the benefits coordinator position to be removed from our bargaining unit position to an excluded position. That position right now does a lot of highly confidential type work, such as employee investigations, work comp claims, and this will allow some additional pieces for this position to perform. The second piece of this MOA is regarding the Employee Information Specialist position. This is also known as the EIS position. In this position, we would like to move from the secretary salary schedule to be considered part of the information tech schedule. It does, the job qualifications, the job description does match that of the information technology department. So that would move them to the range of the IT pay, which is a broader range based on their experience that they bring into the district for the more technical type issues.
Okay, Board. 11B. MOA for, well, anyone want to make a motion to approve this?
I make a motion that we approve the changes as stated by the Human Resource Director.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Great. Questions or comments?
Does the benefits coordinator, she's okay with this, I'm assuming?
The current position, the current person,
Correct.
absolutely.
And will
It
she,
allows more of the work that there's other pieces to this position that they need to be doing and should be doing and can be doing, and it'll allow them to do that.
Okay.
And yes, they're okay.
Okay. Seeing no, roll call vote, please.
Elder Park,
Yes.
Ms. Payne,
Yes.
Pastor Miller,
Yes.
Mrs. Corbin,
yes.
Dr. Ashton.
Yes, motion passes 5-0. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me skip around. Sorry.
Stick around.
Not you yet.
11A, yeah, back to dismissal of the employee. Okay, I'd like to make a motion for the, or we have resolution, but I'll make the motion for the dismissal of an educational support personnel employee for the reason other than reduction in force. The employee is Jonisa Nash. May I have a motion for the, or a second for this motion? I already made the motion.
Second.
Okay, dismissal of educational support personnel employee for the reason other than reduction in force. Okay, roll call vote, please.
Elder Park,
Yes.
Ms. Payne,
Yes.
Pastor Miller,
Yes.
Mrs. Corbin,
No.
Dr. Ashton.
Yes, motion passes 3-2. Thank you. That will bring us to number 12, operations.
Good evening, Board of Education. Seth Oldfield, Director of Operations. I'm before you tonight to present a lease, a proposed lease between the district and the Danville Soccer Association for our property located at 1100 East Winter Avenue. The DSA operates that property currently as a youth sports complex, and they would like to continue to do so. The proposed lease is for 25 years at a cost of, to the Danville Soccer Association, of $10 annually.
Price went up,
Yeah.
inflation,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever else. Okay, so board, you have between you lease between District 118 and DSA, Danville Soccer Association. Do I have a motion for approval of this?
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Yes. I'm sure we've talked to both sides. This is just for the people who are listening, because I know we have. That we've talked to both sides, and this is agreeable by everybody, and we've listened to what both sides want in this lease, and it's a friendly lease. Is what I say.
Correct.
It put things in to keep both sides reassured that for 25 years we should be able to keep the Danville Soccer Association going and maintain the properties.
Absolutely.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? See none. Roll call vote, please.
Pastor Miller,
Yes.
Ms. Payne,
Yes.
Mrs. Corbin,
Yes.
Elder Park,
Yes.
Dr. Ashton.
Yes. Motion passes 5-0. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Business finance. Driver's ed, vehicle lease agreement. We need them.
We do.
Mm-hmm. Are they all EVs?
No. Okay. Good evening, board, D118 family. I'm Narcissus Rankin, Director of Business and Finance. I am recommending that the board enter into an agreement with Patriot Hyundai of Danville to lease 3 driver's ed vehicles for 3 years. So we've come to the end of our lease of the Honda Civics. And so I had a bid opening. I received 1 bid from Patriot, and in the bid it was for 3 2025 Hyundai Elantras. at $360 a month for 36 months. So a total lease payment of $12,960 per vehicle.
That's for the next 3 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
What say you, board? Anyone who want to make a motion to approve the driver's ed leasing?
So move.
Second.
A motion and a second. Questions or comments? For 38,000 something, right? For under $39,000. Yeah, for the public. So for under $39,000 for 3 years of
Yes.
leasing for these vehicles, Elantras. Okay. When do we get them? Do you know?
As soon as I can sign the paperwork and switch out the cars.
So a couple of weeks we have new cars.
Maybe 1 week.
Okay.
Maybe at the most.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
So you keep the driver's ed cars for 3 years,
That's
and
historically
every
what
3
we've
years
done.
you rotate
Yes,
and
ma'am.
get the newer model.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do we have to like do the oil changes and stuff, or do they do all that? Or do we not change your oil?
No, we do
Or we
do
could, yeah.
oil changes. The Honda dealer does not offer that as part of their.
No. So maintenance is on us.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Don't you? I'm sorry. Don't you have to install different things in the car since it's
The
a driver's
brakes.
ed car?
Mm-hmm.
Who does that?
The dealership does.
Okay.
But they know that they've done that before.
Okay.
They still have a second steering wheel.
It's a brake.
The brake, is that what it? All I need is a brake.
I'm
I
pretty
can't
sure
steer,
it's a
but I
brake.
can stop.
Isn't it a brake? Yes, a brake.
Is it? Okay. I don't know. It's been so long. We used to have them with the second.
yeah.
They used to have
I
another
didn't
steering
have a
wheel.
second steering wheel.
Okay. That's cool. Any other questions? No. Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Payne?
Yes.
Mrs. Gordon?
Yep.
Elder Park?
Yes.
Dr. Miller?
Yes.
Dr. Ashton?
Yes. You voted yes, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Motion passes 5-0. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
All right.
13B.
Okay, so we are wrapping up all of our building improvements. So at this time, in order to pay off the remaining expenses, I need to move money or abate money from Fund 70 to Fund 20. And so the reason that I'm asking that we do that is because I can't pay out of Fund 70, basically.
Because
So, it's a rule, the
Okay.
ESB rule. I can't have expenses charged to Fund 70. That's the working cash fund. So I am asking that we abate $2 million from the working cash fund into Fund 20. The current balance of the working cash fund is $4,623,669. And so it is my recommendation that the board approve the resolution to abate the working cash fund in the amount of $2 million to cover approved project expenses.
Okay. What say you, board?
So move.
second.
I have a motion and a second for abatement of the working cash fund.
Yes, sir.
But it actually costs us nothing.
It's our, well, it's just
It's
just
money that we,
sitting-
yeah.
Yes.
To-
It's sitting
But
in the
when you
working
start
cash
saying
fund.
numbers like $2 million, go, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
you-
order to spend it, I have to move it.
Got it. It's abating the fund.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Elder Park?
Yes.
Mrs. Gordon?
Yes.
Ms. Payne?
Yes.
Dr. Miller?
Yes.
Dr. Ashton?
Yes, motion passes 5-0. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Any informational items, Mr. Hart?
I don't believe so, thank you.
Okay, that's good. Graduation, boom, yeah.
For sure.
Step up, or, okay, which we're looking for, which won't happen until we approve it the next time, right? Okay, let's go left to right.
Well, we're back at school. The school started off with the first day of e-learning because of the snow. I hope everyone is back at work and hoping for spring. And I know I'm certainly hoping for warmer weather. When it gets a little warmer, I'm going to go back out and visit the schools. Until then, you're safe.
Pastor.
Just glad that everybody have made it back, and we're starting this springtime coming up here. I said spring so everybody can have an imagination. And so again, thank God for everybody here tonight, and encourage all of our staff to continue to do the good job that you've already been doing, and we appreciate you.
Thank you. Elder?
I pray that each one of you had a blessed Christmas and a wonderful New Year, and that you are back to the grinding stone, and that you're moving forward. To God be the glory. And again, thank you all for your continual work that you do here for the district. Pray for this board as we continue to deliberate on issues that is pertinent for District 118. It's not going to be an easy task, but it's some things that we have to do as a board. So again, pray for us as we continue to pray for one another. God bless you all.
I want to give a shout out to a DHS student, Gavin Favre, bowled a 300. Congratulations, that's huge. Yes.
Yeah,
That's
that's perfect.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a
okay,
perfect
for
score.
those who don't bowl.
I also want to announce the DHS JRTC Viking Classic. It's an archery competition we are hosting this Saturday. First flight is at 8 o'clock, and our DHS teams, Northridge and our new Southview Upper Elementary, they have a team this year, and they're going to be shooting starting at 8 o'clock. I invite everyone to come out. They've worked really hard on this tournament. Alan, I want to say
Friday? Is it Friday?
it's Saturday. It's all day.
Thank
but
you.
our teams shoot at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Thank
Does
you,
it go
Alan.
all day long? Does it go all day long?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I mean, it was, when you said tournament,
It's
there's
all
a lot.
day. Our kiddos shoot at 8 to 9, 9 to 9, 10, 10.
Okay.
They'll shoot the first 3 hours.
Wow.
Well, no, Northeast shoots at 4, so never mind. It's all day. Okay. Alan, thank you. We need to know this stuff. I'm hoping that we can help you. I think that's important. Hannah? Thank you. I have no idea why this has not been on the agenda. No idea. Thank you. I did not realize until December, I think 19th, that it had already been sent. I didn't know that. So I was very grateful to get that information, so thank you for that. There's a lot of things I would like to say that I obviously cannot say. I would like to say, though, I think we do need a superintendent in our closed session meetings at certain times because we need answers on certain things, and we don't have that. So I would like to at least have Mr. Hart be able to sit in on part of our closed sessions just so that we can get some answers that we might have. So I just like to put that out there so that the public knows, being transparent, that I am going to ask that. Thank you. That's all I have.
Okay. I would remind everybody that we will go back into closed session right after this. Let's see. Thank everybody for coming this evening. And that's about all I will have to say for this evening. So try and stay warm. As a Buckeye, OHIO. Oh, Mr. Easton here's one of our new board members that is coming in. Wave to everybody. Come on. There you go. Okay. Thanks for coming, Chris. Appreciate it. So go Buckeyes. Although we had this conversation before the meeting, Notre Dame is awesome. I know, and again, their coach is. Yeah, I know. It should be fun. Let's hope that it goes. It's a 1-point win for somebody, and that it's a great game. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. So everybody, have a good night, and we'll take care of business. Thank you all.